good. Yeah. Scott, another exciting game on the horizon as we travel to Crewe this weekend. Firstly, can I get your thoughts heading into that one?
Yeah, tough game. Obviously, they've had 2 really good results in the league and find themselves at the top of the table. So obviously, it's going to be a tough game. You know, they've got a really good manager who's been there a number of years now, and I think that's always a worry when you come across a team who've got a manager in post who's been there a number of years, because he's, you know, got his way of working and built a squad that are more than capable of winning games at this level. And I see that with Crewe and Lee. You know, Lee's a very good manager, and I see that with the team. You know, having watched them, they're a really, really competitive team. You know, they can play, but work extremely hard for one another. You know, they're very aggressive on the press. They land on second balls. They'll put ball after ball in your box. They create a lot. You know, and it's going to be a tough game, but it's one that we relish and we look forward to, because we need to win a game, right? We need to win a game, and why not beat the team that are at the top?
Yeah, definitely. And how has the sort of reaction been from Tuesday night? Obviously, it was a very late return from Swansea. I don't know about you, but we got back about 3 o'clock, and it is important to talk about things like that, because that, you know, eats into the players.
Come on, Sam, you can sleep at the end of the season.
I'm more worried about the players, not myself.
No, the players are fine. No, listen, yeah, a late one, but it's what job we're in. You know, we're fine. We recovered really well. The players have trained today. We debriefed both games actually, the Newport game and Swansea game today, which was good. Kind of a lot of positive messages, because I think that we're improving each game, and there's a lot of encouragement to take from both games. I felt that certainly in the Newport game, had we have taken our chances, we see a different end result, but we didn't. And we've got to improve on that, we know that. But in actual fact, the actual football we played, I was pleased with. The performance I was pleased with. I thought, obviously, after the second goal went in, we went a little bit loose with 1 or 2 bits. But you know, it's a new team. We have to be a little bit patient. We have to understand that we might be more of a slow burner rather than see an instant impact with, you know, with the players that we've signed and what we've got. We probably need to be a bit patient. But I'm happy. I'm seeing improvement every day. I'm seeing the players work extremely hard. So yeah, listen, this start of the seasons, you always want to start well, because you know, momentum's big in football. But I think that we are definitely seeing signs of improvement.
Yeah, and it's certainly not like we're not creating a lot of chances. We spoke after the games. You know, we have created a lot of chances, as we said. Cabby got his first goal on Tuesday night, so it's things like that that are going to give the team a lot of confidence, isn't it?
Yeah, I think I'd be more concerned if we weren't creating chances. You know, I think that even the Grimsby game, as poor as we were, I think there was still opportunity to score goals, and certainly in the Newport game there was, you know, a hatful we could have scored if we would have had our shooting boots on, but wasn't to be. But you know, listen, like I say, it's early. We will keep creating because of the way we play. I want us to be a bit more aggressive when we do get in that final third, or at least when we cross the halfway line. I don't want us to keep turning around and making too many passes when we don't need to, when we can attack and be more aggressive. I want to see the ball speed go up, you know, from when we build to when we get through the initial press to then attack. I want to see that ball speed change, which I think we kind of one paced at the moment, which is something that we spoke about and worked on. So I'm hoping to see a difference in that. So listen, like I say, early yet, 44 league games to play, plus cup games and all the rest of it. Says, 50 games to play. Long way to go.
Yeah, and what's the sort of medical room looking like? As you say, we have got 50. Yeah, we have got 50 games to play, but we've got a lot of them coming up in quick succession at the moment. So how's the sort of progress there?
Yeah, has been difficult in terms of that. I think that we've picked up probably too many than we wanted. We have got probably at least one player coming back from that injury list. But yeah, still too many for me, you know, still too many. And a lot of it is collateral damage from pre-season, probably too many really. But we have to, and that's why we build a squad, you know, and that's why we have a squad of players, which I still believe that we're short in terms of numbers. You know, we speak about the recruitment side of things. I still feel that we need 2 or 3 in, which we're working extremely hard on, kind of in the background, behind the scenes, and a lot of hard work's going in for that, and we do need help. We do need some players in, and I think it's clear to see. So let's hope that we see some fresh faces soon.
last time you played Crewe was obviously a great day at Wembley last year. Around this time? No, it wasn't. It was a bit long ago. Sorry. I'm jet lagged still. I'm jet lagged from holiday. Will you use that day as a sort of part of a pre-match talk and for motivation and that, saying this is what we did last time, or is it just now two completely different sides?
No, I think it's completely different circumstances, different, two different teams in many ways. So no, I don't see there to be any legs in that whatsoever. I think that we're coming up against a really good side. Probably, you could argue whether Lee's assembled a team that are probably stronger than the team that played against us at Wembley. I'll speak to him after the game, he might disagree with that, I don't know, but I think looking at them, they look stronger now than when the team we played at Wembley. So yeah, we know it's going to be a tough game. And what I like about Crewe is that, again, when you listen to a lot of the media platforms, they talk about kind of predictions of where teams should finish. Crewe are always down the bottom end in everyone's predictions, and they always, similar to us in many ways, you know what I mean, and they always do well, you know what I mean. I know probably last season was a bit of a quieter season for them, but I'll back them to be around it again. I really do, because I think he's a very, very good manager. Yeah,
and what players are specific threats for you, do you think?
I think they've got a number of threats. You look at the forward, who's a real handful. You look at Dimitri, who we know from set pieces and that, and they've got some really good footballers in the middle of the pitch as well who can play. Got young Tom O'Reilly, who I had at MK Dons on loan, so a very good player again, can make things happen. They've got a lot of good players, a lot of really good players who can handle the football, but can also run and land on second balls and work hard for the team. So. Yeah, they're very efficient in the way they play, and it's no surprise to me that they're at the top.
Yeah, and I look at social media, so you don't have to, because I know you don't look at social media, but a lot of the fans have been asking about Louis Flower. Why isn't he getting a start in that? I mean, he made an impact when he came on Tuesday night, and more in a wide position. Is that somewhere where you see him playing as a wide, or is he a competitor for Cabby up front?
I think he's both. I think it's a fair question. I think he's both. I think he can play wide, and I think he can play it really well. He creates. He causes the opposition problems. He can play as a nine. He can push Cabby for a place as well, and that's what we want. We want competition. I don't want Cabby to feel too comfortable and think that Louis is not knocking on the door, because he is. So that's down to me to make a decision. That's what I get paid my wages for. So. I have to make that decision, but Louis is doing great. He's really competitive in training, and I'm pleased that I've got Cabby and Louis to pick from.
Yeah, and talking to fans as well, you mentioned about Harry McCurdy and the reaction to him. How has Harry handled that, and how is he doing?
I think it's upsetting, if the truth be known. I'm not saying he is upset, but I think it can be upsetting for a player. And I know Harry. I've known him a long, long time, and he's got plenty of confidence and plenty of front. And when I saw him walk off the pitch and actually walk round the other side of the goal rather than past our fans, I thought that's not a good sign, because Harry's not frightened of anything. Do you know what I mean? And he obviously shied away from walking past our fans, and I don't like that. No. And that's why I said it afterwards. It kind of upset me, because I want us to be connected, be together. Listen, the fans completely well within their rights to have opinions on players, and get that. And I support kind of a lot of what they say, I really do. But let's stick together. Let's support each other. You know what I mean? Because we're going to need you during the season. We can't just perform out on the pitch. The atmosphere in the stadium helps us. The atmosphere away from home helps us. The way you sing, the way you are with me is amazing. And I couldn't do my job without the way the fans have been to me. Honestly, they make me feel so kind of proud to be the manager of this football club. They really do. But I do want them to support the players, because trust me, they're going to love him. He'll score goals. He'll celebrate with them, and we've got to remember what stage he's at. He's probably not played well. I know for a fact Saturday was his first 90 minutes in 3 years, which is incredible, really, when you think about it. So we're not probably seeing the best of him yet. Is he playing out of position? Potentially, yes, he is. Can he play wide right? Yes, he can. But is he better off probably inside the pitch a little bit, closer to the middle of the pitch? Yes, he is. But we ain't got anybody else who can play there. as such, you know. So at the moment he's doing a job for the team. So let's really support that and you know, get behind the players. And I think it helps. It really does. It doesn't help by getting on their backs, you know. I don't really think he's done a lot wrong to get on their backs for the players, for the fans to get on his back. I don't think he's done a lot wrong. You know, he's not. He's certainly been quiet in the games, I think, from his standards. But at least we're trying to get him to us. I think each day, each training session, each game he's played, he's improved, and eventually you're going to see a proper player out there.
Yeah, and with Gav, I assume he's out for 3 games now, is he? That's a bit of a blow, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm
not kind of sure. I've got to probably speak to Lewis about this because we're appealing it. So I don't know kind of what that means. I need to find that out. So yeah, shame.
Yeah. Excellent. Thanks, Scott. Good luck, sir.
Thank you.